I was interested, Zoe, you mentioning this during this process. Then, when you were sitting there with these stories for this period of time, were you having contact with Emilio? Were you guys discussing the translation? Was there any sort of toing and froing there at all? And you mentioned the sort of atmosphere of the stories and getting into that. Did were you had you come across Tolstoy's work, the Sevastopol sketches? Did you go off and read that to then help you get the tone, for the translation as well? How did that go?
Yeah, well, like Gabriela, I hadn't read Sevastopol sketches before this, so it led me to that. Although I wouldn't say that I was reading Tolstoy to try and get down the tone. I don't know. But I did have contact with, I think almost as soon as I was sent that first story, we got in touch. And Emilio's great to work with. He's great to work with, I think, first of all, because he just writes really well. And it makes the translator's job so much easier if you're translating someone who writes really, really well and who crafts beautiful sentences. And Emilio is also an editor, so he's just really good at, I don't know, he really wants to produce something that is, nicely written and easy to work from. Yeah.
So was there, some toing and froing between you guys during that process, or were you generally sort of getting on with it and just getting in touch to clarify things?
I think what I did probably with all three of the stories was that I would sort of translate the whole story, and then and this is usually what I do with most authors, is that I'll translate it and then I'll keep a sort of running list of questions, and then at the end, although also because it's such a short book and then it's divided into stories, it's easier to do it that way. Maybe with a longer book I wouldn't do that, but